Welcome to Holistic Human Performance Podcast. My name is Gena, where we talk all things holistic health, wellness, spirituality, fitness, meditation, energetics, and so much more to help you become the healthiest version of yourself. Let's dive in. This is not medical advice. This is simply to help you on your journey through health, fitness, and wellness. I hope this helps. You can complement this with anything that you are doing currently in your life. Enjoy. Hey guys, Gena here, and I am so excited to announce that the Holistic Human Performance Virtual Wellness Center is officially launched. Yep, that's right. We've officially launched. And this is like having a holistic health and energy coach in your back pocket. If you need a 5-minute reset, okay, great. What do we have? You need breath work. Okay, great. You need a little bit of mobility flow, nutrition coaching. Great. You can access all of these on-demand videos and self-paced digital courses for a 5-day free trial. That's right. I'm giving this to you guys for a 5-day free trial so you can try it out, see if you like it, see if it works for you, and see if it actually is conducive to your lifestyle and it helps you to create change. It is literally like having me in your back pocket. So again, I'm giving you this for a 5-day free trial. Head on over to holistichumanperformance.co and get your free trial today. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Holistic Human Performance Podcast. I'm your host, Gena Bradshaw, and today we got a solo episode. This is a very channeled message. I personally have been seeing it a lot. I've also been feeling this a lot. I've been seeing and speaking to my clients and students about this a lot, and that is hustle culture. I have been seeing so many people, including myself, just be on this hamster wheel of go, 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 can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, won't stop, and you just crash and burn after. And it is so bad for our health. It can literally disintegrate our health if we just keep doing this. And right now I'm recording around the holiday times. We're going into Christmas in a couple of weeks. And going into the new year of 2024. And, I'm just seeing so many people get caught up in this holiday craze. And I spoke about this on one of my other solo episodes. I believe it was episode 49. And just talking, really like just really getting down to the fact that we don't have to do this. We don't have to get caught up in this hamster on a wheel mentality. This has been something that's ingrained into us. And honestly, hustle culture is what is killing us. I'm not saying to not work hard. I'm saying to take aligned action as to what feels good to your body and your energy. Listen, I get it. If you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're like, Gena, I don't have time for that. We need to figure out how to lessen the load of this craze of go, 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 and then not making time for you. Because when you do that, you give, you leak out your energy, and you don't restore, and you don't rejuvenate, and you don't, settle into some type of relaxation. Your physical body is going to take a toll. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I see so many people with autoimmune disease, cancer, these chronic illnesses and diseases that people will admit to me and say, yeah, I did this to myself because I was working so hard, not eating, eating trash and garbage for my body, not moving my body, stressed out all the time. I don't meditate. And like, that's fine, but we need to figure out ways for stress management. Like, it is an absolute must. And, a lot of people will go into this sense of like, Well, how I manage my energy and when I'm overwhelmed is to just work out super hard and then, like either starve myself or overeat or eat wherever I want because I'm working out super hard. You're doing this 5 times a week and you're wondering why you feel like crap and you're not losing weight or you're not able to gain lean muscle tissue and get strong because you're running yourself on a hamster wheel. That's why, because you're stuck in survival mode. That's why. And hustle culture has not really, especially for women, taught us how to tap in and lean into that divine feminine, which I kind of want to get into. So let's talk about masculine energy and feminine energy. So on both sides of the coin, so in traditional Chinese medicine, it is the yin and the yang. And this symbolizes our feminine and masculine energy. Now, energy is not good or bad. It's just a matter of how we utilize the energy, where we place our energy, our intention, blah, blah, blah. So on the feminine energy side, and by the way, this has nothing to do with gender, although I am a woman, I am female, I was born female, and, my energetic core is feminine. So 95% of my energetic core is feminine. And so, obviously I have that other 5%, or maybe it's a little bit higher depending on what I'm doing, masculine energy. I've spoken about this before. Right now, I'm holding space for you guys. I am technically working. Yay, this is fun because I get to do what I love. So I'm in my masculine energy. However, I'm having fun with it. I'm being playful. I'm, really tapped into my creativity. This is a channeled message. I'm listening to my intuition. So I'm also utilizing my feminine energy. We don't need to shut one off and forget about it. It's a matter of this dance and duality and flow between the two. And also like understanding this energy. A lot of the clients that I work with, they've never even heard of masculine or feminine energy. They don't know anything about the human energy system. And that's why I do what I do, because it is a pivotal, like all caps role in our health and well-being. And that is why I teach what I teach, because it has literally changed my life on 360, my health, my life, what I'm doing today, how I feel every day. And I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day. I was like, girl, I've never felt better in my life because I'm really tapped into what I believe in. I'm not scared to speak the truth. I've just been able to really become the alchemist. If you guys haven't read that book, highly suggest. I read it when I was 20 and did not appreciate it at that time. But I look back and I'm like, oh wow, like I've been the alchemist. So it's taking these, hard times, these, low points in our lives, these breakthrough moments, and we are creating a new path, a new life, a new you. And Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this a lot, who I quoted very heavily in my first book, A Survivor's Story. His work was like pivotal on my healing journey because science is catching up to spirituality and the woo-woo, and it's phenomenal. Energy is everything. We cannot have one without the other. It does not work. So if you, don't really know much about the human energy system, I talk about this a lot in most of my podcast episodes. I also have all of the goodies in the virtual wellness center, on-demand videos, courses. I have an energy reset course. So not only are you educating yourself, you're able to actually integrate it into your life, because that's the key. Knowledge is power to a point. If you don't integrate these things that feel good into your life, I mean, what's the point? It's just like someone saying, if I'm in like a nutrition coaching session or something and they're like, oh yeah, I know how to eat. Okay, well, then why aren't you doing it? You're unhappy, you're miserable, you're complaining about how you feel like shit every day, and you're telling me that, oh yeah, I know that. Okay, so then what is the problem? Why are we having this conversation? That might seem, this is tough love, babe. You gotta tap in. you got to really integrate it into your life if you want to make change. If you want to create an entire new reality in this quantum field, which again, I have so many amazing professionals that have come on, healers, health coaches, holistic practitioners that talk about the quantum physics, quantum healing, quantum field. Definitely, educate yourself on that. And we have so many amazing practitioners and healers and coaches coming on to talk about this in future podcast episodes. But for the time being, I want you to really sit and ask yourself, do I love what I'm doing? Do I feel good? Do I love my life? Am I happy? If the answer is no to all of those questions, we got to make change. And it's a matter of, what's my starting point? Where do I go from here? Right. And that's where, people like me come in, or healers, whatever it is, therapists, whatever it is you feel like you need, that's what you need to do. If it's been on your mind and you're like, I really need to do this, and your intuition is screaming at you, it's probably time to make that leap. Because then the body, and again, I say this all the time, the body keeps the score. It's a phenomenal book. If you haven't read, the body always keeps the score, even if you don't consciously know or aware of it. That's why living an intentional, mindful life is going to be a game changer. And it's going to help you bring to life the things that you didn't even think were possible. I say this often. 5 years ago, if you were to tell me that I'd be doing what I do today as a holistic health and energy coach, doing energy healings, sound healings, leading a podcast, writing a book, writing 2 books actually, and being a public speaker, doing all of these things, putting myself out there like in a really authentic way, I would be like, no way, you're BSing. So you'd be surprised what happens when you truly step into this authentic self. And it starts with your energy. Like, where are you at? If you don't know what you're feeling, you need to start there. That's your starting point. And so really just take this moment to be like, okay, what am I doing now? Do I want to continue doing this? What do I want to create? What do I want to bring to life? So let's take it back a little bit to what I was talking about in terms of the feminine and masculine energy. So the masculine energy, there's the unhealthy masculine, and then there's the healthy divine masculine. We then have the unhealthy feminine, and then we have the divine feminine. We want to be in the divine feminine and the divine masculine. When we are stuck in those unhealthy energy points or energy bodies, that is when we attract things that we do not want, and relationships that don't serve us, people that don't serve us, opportunities that don't serve us, all of these things that just don't serve us and like make us sick at the end of the day. That's going to be your true indicator of like, okay, I'm really stuck here. So I talk about this a lot with my clients and those who I do energy healings with. Your right side of the body represents your masculine energy, and then the left side of your body represents your feminine energy. So not only does it represent the energies, it also represents your father lineage and then your mother lineage. And so that brings into also the ancestral trauma. So not only are you dealing with your own energy, but this is also connected to how your mother acts, how your mother's mothers act, how on and on and on, how your father is, how your father's father was. And like these things all play a role also in our epigenetics, which is a whole other conversation, which is I'll definitely do a solo episode dedicated to epigenetics, but it's how the environment plays a role on our genetics. What's your environment like? Is it supporting or is it suppressing? These are the things we need to think about. And so many of us bury our heads in the sand. Wake up. If you're listening to this right now, this is your wake up call. Like, let's get it together. I'm here to support you. And I got people who will also support you. And, we're all here to be on this evolving, healing journey, because when we do that, it is a ripple effect to the rest of the collective. We are just a microcosm in this macrocosm, the bigger picture. And so, if you're sitting here like, I hate the relationship I'm in, my partner is not serving me, really take a look at, is it triggering you to make change? Or are you the teacher for this person that you're currently with? Because everything is a mirror. So our external world is a mirror to our internal world, like attracts like, law of attraction. Whether it's good or bad, the energy doesn't know good or bad. It's just what is our energy, and we're going to attract that. So if you've attracted a toxic relationship, you need to take a look at what's going on inside. Okay. What does your inner world look like? Is it on fire? That's a exercise I literally do with my clients. What does your inner world, your inner landscape look like? How did you get to a point of making yourself sick? Because if you're able to make yourself sick, you're able to make yourself well. That's just it. And it starts with our energy, which translates into our thoughts, which translates into our emotions, which translate into a biochemical reaction in the body and a physical behavioral response. When we change our behaviors, we change our actions in our life. Okay. That's how we create the world that we want to live in. So again, if you're stuck in that unhealthy masculine energy as a woman, for example, and you're just grinding and hustling, and you already know you're tired. Like, you don't even have to tell me. I already know you're exhausted. I already know you're burnt out, and I already know you're like unmotivated. So how do we work on that? How do we get from point A to point B? That's where you need a support team. You need, whether it be an energetic healing or acupuncture or a coach or a mentor or listening to podcasts, reading books, start calling that in. Like, literally sit and ask God, universe, source, whatever you want to say, help me. Just surrender and just ask to bring in whatever it is you need to get to the next level and you will be surprised. Trust me. Books will be falling off the shelves. Things will be popping up on your IG feed. Podcasts will be popping up, and people will be coming into your life that you just completely didn't expect. And it is the coolest thing ever. So really, it's just a matter of giving it a shot. Like, what do you have to lose at the end of the day? Because for me, it's opened up endless possibilities. So instead of being narrow-minded, closed-minded, start to open up your mind, start to really visualize what you want in this life, because hustle culture ain't it. And if you're sitting here, you're like, my business isn't doing well, I don't know why I'm not attracting clients, and it's because you're not sending out that energetic frequency, being that magnet to those things that are supposed to be meant for you. And in due time they will be, but like, why not work on letting the baggage go? It's not about putting on more, it's about lessening the load. It's about just dropping and letting it go. And for those of you who are familiar with human design, if you don't know what your human design is, I highly suggest looking into that. I did an episode with Shannon Keating a couple episodes ago. I can't remember the episode number off the top of my head, but we spoke all about human design. And it's hilarious because I was working 12-hour days. Okay. At one point in time, I've kind of just always been working hard and working a lot. And I didn't know any other way. I didn't know there was another way. And then when I learned there was another way, I was like, oh shit, I've been doing it wrong this whole time. And it completely changed everything. And learning about my human design actually put me on this path of like, oh, so for example, and we talk about this in the episode, I'm a projector. So, 3 by 5, 3 line 5, however you want to say that. But basically I'm one of those people that like should only be working 10% of the time, which is absolutely hysterical because that like almost never happens. So I've been leaning into that more and being more playful and really like honoring right now, especially we're in the water element. So we're headed into wintertime in the Northeast. And really, really honoring that this season also, which plays a huge role in shifting our energies, it's living with the seasons and not fighting the seasons. So although I am working hard, I'm really stepping back into like self-reflection and going inward to help my business and help my dreams, desires, goals come to fruition at actually surrendering and taking a step back, because this is the season for that. And ironically enough, that I spoke on the feminine and masculine energy, the divine parts of that, our kidneys represent and are heightened during this time of the water element, the winter time. Okay. So that the kidneys represent divine and masculine energy, the yin and yang. So if we can start to really live with the seasons and tap into the divine feminine, divine masculine roles, and it's not about, like I said, shutting one off and, only living in one, or shutting off the other and only living in the other. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's a matter of understanding both sides of you and utilizing that to your greatest advantage, because it's so worth it. And you'll feel so much better. Your body will thank you. Your mind will thank you. Your soul will thank you. You will feel so much better. And again, it's this holistic approach to living an intentional, mindful life that will set up and create every aspect of your life and enhance every aspect of your life. At the end of the day, if you don't have your health, you do not have anything. So truly shifting the energy, understanding the energy, changing the energy, and manipulating it to what is truly on your heart and your desires, not on your mind, on your heart. That is how we can start to change this hustle culture. Yeah. And that's what I got for you guys today. That was a completely channeled message. I just have to say that was just like rolling out. So yeah, that was me tapping heavily into my intuition, which I love. So I hope this helps, and I'm really excited for the new year, and I hope you are too. If you need any extra resources or help, you can find me at www.holistichumanperformance.co. We have the virtual wellness center, one-on-one health and holistic health and energy coaching. We also have, which I'm so excited about, Reclaim Your Health Academy, the live group coaching program, which starts January 8th, 2024. So if you're interested in that, you can find that at www.holistichumanperformance.co/academy. If you like this episode and you found it helpful, share with your friends, like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions that you want to chat about on the podcast, let me know. Maybe I'll have you on as a guest. You can hit me up on Instagram at Gena Bishaw, GenaBshaw. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.